What's up, guys? I wanted to do today's video for my young tycoons out there. This is for you guys that are 22, 24 years old. You're a millennial. People are like, you don't want to do nothing. That is not true. Like, I get it, dude. I was 24, 25 years old and I was motivated. I was motivated to make money. I wanted to get rich. I wanted to be a millionaire. I wanted out of my situation. If you guys don't know me, my name is Victor Bell, founder, CEO of Bell Capital, where we actually give everyday investors access to institutional investments. So, multifamily real estate. But the thing about that was this: when I didn't get started there, I got started cold calling, right? Which was my thing today. So everyone was like, everyone that I talk to, especially that we're hiring salespeople at our office right now to kind of help people get involved in multifamily, to go have them join our club. It's a sales job. And I wanted to share this with you guys, especially if you want to be successful, you're young, you're hungry, you want to get this thing done. You got to get great at sales. Like, the number one skill that I learned getting started in real estate when I started at like 20 something years old, really before that, was I got great at selling. I didn't know I was getting great at selling. I actually got great at doing real estate. But real estate itself, guys, is a sales job. Whether you're selling courses, programs, the club, which is what we do for real estate training and stuff like that at our offices, we're giving a big push right now. That's a sales job. You're better off learning how to sell and talk to people in real estate than you are talking to people in real estate and not being able to sell. So I'm always going to lead with that, guys. I just met with a guy today, great sales guy, newest product and all that other stuff. But you could tell like sales has to be your thing, and you know when somebody has that thing or not. There's different types of salespeople. Don't get me wrong. So I wanted to go over this with you and kind of go over the sales skills that you're going to need if you're going to work with me. If you're a young guy, you want to work with me, hit me up, leave a message in the comments, or you can text 760-531-8500. Text sales because you want to work with me. And then that way I can let you know how to get in contact with somebody in our office. You can send a 30-second video. Let us know why you think you would be great to join my sales team of killers, because we're going to go out there and we're going to make it happen. So, number one thing you need if you're going to get into sales, you have to be 1000% committed to being extremely money motivated. Because if you aren't money motivated, you aren't going to do what it takes to be great selling, closing, following up, getting hung up on, going to meetings, not wanting to get out. Like, you're going to crumble under the pressure of what it actually takes to be great. That's just the beginning. And that's when you don't know what you're doing. Once you know what you're doing, then it becomes this game, because sales is a game. Real estate's a game. Business is a game. Buying stuff is a game. Selling stuff is a game. It's all a game. And just like any game, if you don't know the rules of the game, stuff's lagging. If you don't know the rules of the game, then you cannot play the game effectively. And if you are playing the game, you are going to lose the game, because somebody on the other side of the team, your team, the other person's team, they're going to win. All right. And you're going to be pulled out of the side. You're going to get knocked out. You're going to, whatever it is, the game, fight game, whatever, like whatever that is for you. So, number one thing you got to do, you got to commit to being extremely money motivated. Why do you want to be in sales? That's first. You need money. But then what do you need it for? I missed this. I just wanted to pay my bills. I was like, dude, I don't want to be broke. And then it was like, no, no, no. I want to become a millionaire. And then nobody showed me how to do that. Worse, I learned sales. Then they didn't show me how to become a millionaire. I was just doing deals. Wrong thing. You got to know exactly first, money motivated, and then why you want that money. You got to have goals. You got to have targets. Somebody has to set those things for you. Next, you got to be really good at communicating. There's a way to communicate with somebody professionally, and then there's a way to communicate with somebody the way that you do now. They don't go together, right? There's levels of communication. You got to know what those are, how those are, and how that game is played. So there's ways that you do it, right? You can cold call somebody, which is how I got started. I cold call people now. I warm call people, which is also a cold call if they don't know you're calling. We can private message people. You can DM people. You can send people a voice recording. You can send people a video. All of that stuff is cold calling. Period. End of story. It's a part of your sales communication. You got to learn how to do that. But you can't do that if you aren't committed to this. If you're young and you don't think you're supposed to do that, if you can't look somebody in the face when they're talking to you, if you can't go to a meeting and look professional, pop it. Let me get my handkerchief out. If you can't look professional when you step into the business or the room and command attention because they go, oh, who is that? That's sales. Your presentation is also sales. Very important to know that. Next, you have to prospect if you're going to sell. Who are you going to prospect? Who are your prospects? Do they have any money? Do they have access to deals? Do these people want to be in real estate? Let's say you work for my sales team. And I'm like, hey, this guy hit us up because he was on our webinar and he's interested in joining our club. That's a prospect. Well, actually, it's a lead. He's not a prospect yet. So if I give you a lead and you got to take your lead list and then go prospect, your whole purpose for prospecting is number one, build out your pipeline. Who are you going to talk to this week? And who are you going to talk to next week? Which leads me to the next thing. Once you talk to them, what are you talking about? You got to know this stuff. You got to know your product, what you're selling, why you're selling it. Is this the right product for them? The questions you ask them in the sales cycle has to lead to you saying, oh, I know exactly how to solve this person's problem, or I know what this person's pain points are. Or here's the thing people don't tell you. Sometimes people don't have a problem. Sometimes people want pleasure. Hey, man, I want to make a shit ton of money like you guys. I'm not going to sell you on being broke. I'm going to sell you on the opportunity. You have to know what to do that, but you don't know that unless you're asking the right questions, talking to prospects, talking to leads. Boom. That's how this game works. It's always going to be like that. Always. Always. All right. So next, you got to know how to negotiate. Negotiation is my favorite part. People think negotiation, people don't like when I say this. You may not like it. People think negotiation is win-win. It's not. It's I win, you lose something. Now, your loss may not be a loss the way that like people think losing. Your loss may be like, I didn't get exactly what I wanted, but I got enough of what I wanted to make sure that we came to an agreement. You have to know that fine line of what that is, but you can't do that if you're not committed to this game. You ain't going to do it if you don't need money. You're not going to do it if you don't have a purpose. You're not going to do it if you don't have goals. And you're not going to do it if you're not trained. And you're not going to do it if you're not on a team of people that's cheering you on. Like, yeah, make that call again, man. Ask him again. See if he'll do it. See if he'll come into our little space. Maybe you want to join our team. Maybe you want to come to our club. Maybe you want to invest in our deal. I don't know. But if you're on my team, it's your responsibility as our team working for us to be able to do those things. And you ain't going to do it if you're not committed. 1000%. All right, next, you got to know how to close. Closing is not selling. Selling is not closing. The number one service you can give to us to somebody that has reached out and said, "Hey, I want to join your club, Victor," and you talk to and you're one on my sales team. Or let's say somebody says, "Hey, I'm interested in investing in your fund and I want to hear about it." That is servicing. That is selling. That's servicing. You're getting on the phone. You're fact finding. You're talking to them. Hey, how much money do you have? How liquid are you? Have you seen us before? Have you seen the types of deals that we underwrite? Are you interested? Do you have any questions for me? That's delivering a service. That is you giving, 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 giving. You got to give. But it isn't until the point of that conversation you go, do you want to do this? How do you want me to do this with you? Or the price to the club is 5,000. How can we, what do you want to put that on a Visa or MasterCard? Like the time that there's an exchange of value. You join our club, you exchange money for that, and we start helping you learn how to do your own real estate, helping you get invested and or talking to our network of people just like you. Like that's the highest level of service you can give somebody, and that is closing. That is an exchange. Most people don't even know what that's like because they're just great salesmen, but they can't close, or they're great marketers and they can't sell, or they're great salesmen and they can't market. Like you have to know all parts of this game if you're going to be in this game and be successful at it. You got to be great at sales. All right. Next, you got to know how to follow up. Let's say you try to close somebody and they're not ready yet. You got to know how to follow up. Dude, I call brokers as a founder, CEO, as a principal, as a sales guy, as a marketer. I had to call my wife. I had to follow up on Sharon to get her to marry me for 12 months. I had to follow up on brokers to call me back for over 2 years before they ever called me back. Like there is a follow-up game, but there's not just, hey, remember me? Hey, remember me? No one cares about that. You got to have a strategy and a system and some type of organization around your follow-up. How do you follow up on a guy for 2 years? What are you going to say? What are you going to do? It's important, but you don't know that if you're just getting started because you're like, oh man, I kind of want to get into this game and I'm the man, or woman. You don't know. There's so many parts that need to be unpacked for you to be an actual professional at selling, closing, whether you're working with us and you're like helping us on our sales team where you're getting people involved in doing their own real estate in the club, or you're helping our investors come on board and become a partner with us at Bell Capital. You still need to follow up on them. They want you to do that. That is a professional activity, right? And then goes right back into this thing. How do you become a professional in your career? Now, real estate is a vehicle, or whatever it is, business is a vehicle, whatever it is you do. Skill set wise, it's sales. It's sales, it's closing, you're a marketer. Those are the only things in any business that makes money. Administration don't make it. Sales, marketing, closing, those are the things that income producing generating a revenue skill set, period. You got to have it. So, like, but you have to be a professional when you do it. How do you dress? I heard somebody say the other day, they were like, well, I kind of want to be in a t-shirt and a hoodie, and I just want to, dude, here's the deal. There's something that I say to myself, I'm going to say it to my team, and I'm going to say it to you, and I want you to ask yourself this question. I want you to be honest. Would you give you money dressed in beat up t-shirts, a hoodie, looking like shit? Would you say, you know what? I got $1 million. I'm going to walk up to somebody on the street and I'm going to pick them. Do you think somebody's going to give you money? Probably not. I would say 9 times out of 10, they will not give you money. So if you're going to be a professional salesperson, you need to look the part. You need to, hey, wear a jacket, wear a button up shirt. Or if not a button up shirt, wear a polo shirt. Look somewhat professional. Know your shit. Know what you're talking about. And if you're talking to people, you cannot do this if you're not going to play this game. And if you're going to be a professional, you need to look the part. Just like you can't be a football player and not wear a football uniform. You can't be an MMA fighter and not wear gloves and shorts. You can't be a basketball player, or you can't even work at McDonald's and wear your own clothes, wear what you want. There's a uniform, and sales professionals, people who deal with people's money, people who deals with people's livelihood, they have a uniform. This is the uniform. If it's another uniform, great, wear it, but this is ours. And I learned this very early, that people who look nice stand a little taller. That's for my boy Richard. I know you're going to see this. But next, you also need to know, aside from being professional, how do you professionally handle objections? Everyone likes to talk about objections, but most objections, if you're a great salesperson, you know, are just comments. They're brain farts. They just come out of people's mouths. You can be like, try it. Sneeze in an office or in some place, and people will go, God bless you. They don't actually care whether God blesses you or not. It is an automatic response mechanism that goes off in their head. So most of the time people think, oh, I got to respond to every comment. I'm sorry, every objection. It's not. Just because somebody says, whoa, that's a lot. That costs a lot. That price is too high. Hey, man, you're right. It is high. I set it like that up. Or Victor set it up like that on purpose to make sure, because he believes when people pay, they pay attention. This is a way for us to weed out the people who aren't going to be actually a good fit for us. Handle it and then move on. Did you still want to do it? Hey, $5,000, it's not going to stop you from doing it, right? It is expensive. Victor set it up like that on purpose, but I know you can do it. Let's get you done. Close that person. How do you handle that? That's just a brain fart coming out. It's anyone who says anything is expensive. Gas is expensive. Bread is expensive. Coffee from Starbucks is expensive. This jacket was expensive. The shirt's expensive, but not if you love it. Not if you build value. Not if you understand what you're doing. You got to overcome these things. And I had to go through all of this. Yes, in real estate. Cold calling my first business partner to come in because I had a deal. Cold calling the seller, negotiating with them, talking to them, following up with them, showing up to their office the next day, making sure that I look like a professional, like I look like somebody you want to give money to and invest with and be a partner with. You cannot do that unless you're committed to this game. Dude, I want to help you guys. I'm not counting you out. I wish more people had took me under their wing and told me all of this. My partners didn't teach me any of this shit at all. They were like, go do this. And I just ran off to go do it. And I figured it out along the way. And I hurt my way through it. I didn't have somebody. I learned on my own, just like you're going to have to learn on your own. But if you work with somebody like me, I'm going to tell you, do this, guys. And then let's practice. Do this, guys. Let's practice. Listen to these trainings that I got. Watch these videos that I got. Let's go get this stuff done. This is how I know I can help you. If you're 22, 24 years old, you feel like you've been counted out, man, you got a little chip on your shoulder. You want to prove to the world that you are what you say you are because you're a major player. You want to be a young tycoon. Man, I want you to come and work for me. I do. I want to help you. I want you to come in and become a salesperson on my team or join my real estate team, but it's all sales, man. It is. And we're going to go and build something big. And I want you to be a part of building something big because, one, you owe it to your future self. You owe it to yourself financially. You owe it to your family. You owe it to who you are, and you owe it to live into your true potential. Don't let anybody stop you. You can tell I get excited. So I wanted to do this today because this is happening. I wasn't going to do this, but I started to do it, and then I stopped, and now I'm back to it because I was like, hey, I want to build a great team of killer salespeople around me. I want us to be like, hey, we built a multi-million-dollar company. We built a multi-billion-dollar real estate investment firm. And I want to do it with people who are committed to do great things because I want a strong team. What did Drake say? I got a really big team. We need some really big rings. Like that's what we're gunning for right now. And if that's you, hit me up. Now, if that's not you, you got to do this anyways. Look, the game is going to go on whether you watch the game or not. Whether you're in the game or you're in the stands, you just need to choose who you want to be. We have a show called Major Players where I interview a bunch of major players that are playing a big game in their field, whether they're debt funds. Most of these people have done $1 billion over revenue. They've sold their properties to private equity firms. They've done real estate. They do business financing loans. We have some other people coming out on real estate stuff. Like these are heavy hitters. You can't get in those rooms unless you're connected to other people. Sales is a game of connection. Sales is a game of communication, but sales is also a game of commitment. So if you're committed, love to have you. If you're not, totally get it. Keep watching this. I'm going to keep doing this for you. I'll keep laying out the things. Today got a little bit dicey, a little spicy because I got excited. But I do that. I'm not yelling at you. I want you to win. I just kind of get excitement so my enthusiasm could be taken for pressure, and that's not what I want you to get. But I will pressure you because I care. All right. So again, man, I wish somebody had pulled me to the side and be like, dude, work on your sales skills. You're a great guy. You're motivated. You want to do real estate, but you need to work on your communication strategy to consistently communicate like a professional. Carry yourself well. And that's you guys too. So, like I said, you got a chip on your shoulder. You've been counted out. Maybe you're getting out of the military. Maybe you're getting out of the college. Maybe you got just graduated high school and you don't not sure what you want to do. Maybe your girlfriend broke up with you or your boyfriend broke up with you. And you're like, dude, I want to get into something because I know I'm better. I know I'm created for more, and I'm ready. I'm ready to change, and I want to do something because I know I'm great. Man, hit me up. I'm here for you. All right. So look, like this video, share this video, comment on this video. Don't be a hater and a hider at the same time. Give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down. I love you both, man. I love you both. But anyways, let me know how I can help. If you resonated with this video, share it, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, a like, a fire, emoji, some money, whatever. But if you want to work with us, if you want to join my team, leave it in the comments or text 760-531-8500. Put in their sales and we will reach out to you, let you know how you can apply to work with us. Join my sales team. We would love to have you on board and I'm here for you. Let's get after it today, guys. Go. Boom.